Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Noble UK Academy. Welcome to my channel. I want you to do something for me. Hit that subscription button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you follow through to the teachings. And if you find the video helpful, kindly like the video, comment, and share the link of my YouTube channel with other students out there. Make sure you're talking about Saken Nnaji. Talk about Noble UK Academy. Talk about Saken Nnaji. That is my username. Keep talking about Saken Nnaji. Thank you. So this evening, we want to see how we can thrash differentiation in an examination, especially when you're given this kind of function in an examination. You can see this is having three functions: 6x squared, sin x, and cos x, which is not common equation. So many people are used to two functions when it comes to product rule, where you have your u and v. But here you can see we are having more than u and v here. So when you have this kind of equation, what is the needed wisdom you are expected to apply here? So that is what I want to show you. It's very simple. Solution. Normally, this is supposed to be our u, and it's still our u. Here is supposed to be the v, which is still v. So here now, we can see we are having third function. So what do you call it? You can decide to choose any letter of your choice. Any letter of your choice. I can decide to use Z. I can decide to use N. I can decide to use W. Just any letter. Okay? SUV. I can even decide to use S. Okay? So, okay, let me go by N. N. This is N. Oh, it's markers. Spell them. Okay. Now, if that being the case, it becomes obvious that my u is equal to 6x squared. I will say u is equal to 6x squared. I'm going to differentiate u with respect to x, giving me the u over the s, which is what? Bring down your power first, which is 2. Multiply with what you are having initially, which is what? 6x squared. Then the last thing you do is to subtract 1 from the power. So from the look of things, our du dx obviously becomes 12x squared. Okay? 2 times 6 is 12. This is x raised to 2 minus 1, which is what? 1. So 12x raised to 1 is still the same thing as 12x. That is that for u. So I move down to v. Now, v is equal to sine x, meaning that I'm going to differentiate v with respect to x, giving me the v over the s, which is what? The trigonometric differential of sine x is equal to cos x. You must know this. It's a principle you must retain in your medulla oblongata. Okay? Now, if that being so, we have our n. Mind you, this is n, letter n. Okay? Our n to be equal to cos x, meaning that I'm going to differentiate n with respect to x, giving me the n over the x is equal to the differential calculus of cos x gives us minus sine x. We must know this. Okay, so it's obvious that we've been able to find each of these unknown or variables. So what do we do now? We equate the formula. The y, the x, for two functions. If it is for two functions, we're going to have, what we're having here is u, what we're having here is v. So if I start from v, it's going to be v du over the s plus u dv over dx. That is for second, for when you're having two functions. Okay, but here we are having three functions, so it's not gonna work this way. This is the best approach to it. Watch, I'm gonna be combining two. Okay, for the first one now, I decide to say the y ds is equals to uv d, what am I left with? The n over the s, then plus, I can combine this un, which will give me un, which is what? The v. You'll be interchanging it over dx. Then finally plus, which one have I not used? I've used uv, I've used un. Okay? So I've not used vn. So I'm gonna use vn. So I'll not be what? Du over the x. Very simple. So once you've been able to do this, you are on your way to heaven. But if you not give it this approach, it then means that automatically you're on your way to hellfire. Okay, but my teaching only leads to heaven, so you need to be rest assured. Thank you. So we have the y, the x is equals to uv. What is our uv? Our uv, we have u 6x squared. Our v is what? Sine x. So I have 6x squared multiplied by sine x. That is uv. Then the n dx. What is my dn dx? The n dx is equals to minus sine x. Mind you, everything here is still multiplication. Okay? So what do I have? Plus un. What is my u? 6x squared. Then my n is cos x. Then we have dv dx. What is my dv dx? Dv dx. This is cos x. Okay, we are done with it. So we move to the next one. Plus vn. My v is sine x. N. My n is cos x. Cos x. This is cos x. And then finally du dx. What is my du dx? My du dx is 12x. So multiply by 12x. Okay. Now, going by what we have here, have the y dx is equals to, okay, this is sine s multiplied by minus sine s, that is minus sine square x, then multiply by 6x squared, that is minus 6x squared sine square x. Okay, coming here now, this one gives me plus 6x squared cos square x. And then finally we have this multiplied by this gives me 12x sine x cos x. Yeah, this is what you gonna have. But mind you, there's one trick to this. In trigonometry, there is under trigonometric identity, we have a law that says that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Following this, it becomes obvious that sine square x plus cos square x gives us 1. Okay? So if I factorize out this now, this automatically becomes, I'm going to factorize out this. This gives me, under this, I'm going to have, okay, I think this law will not hold here because I'm already seeing the connective there is not the same. So if I factorize it, what I'm gonna have is this. I will have 6x squared into brackets. I can decide to bring in this one or this one. I can just say is equal to cos square x, then minus sin square x. Okay, close the bracket and then plus 12x sin x plus x. Okay, so the connection here is plus, while the connection here is negative. So the law cannot hold. I thought it would hold. So because of what we're having here now is negative minus what we have here is plus. So I cannot say the whole of this is equal to 1. It's not possible. So which means that we can decide to maintain this answer. Alright, so here now we can factorize out what we're having here. But then you must understand that from special angle 3, double angle, this cos square x minus sin square x is the same thing as cos cos 2x. So having this, it becomes obvious 6x squared into bracket cos 2x, close the bracket, and then plus 12x. Sin x plus x is something as sin 2x. So factorizing out, find out that something is common here. 6 is common, 6 can go into 6, 6 can go into 12. X is equally common, x can go into x squared, x can go into x. So I'm gonna have 6x, which is into brackets. 6x going to this, we're left with x. Then we have our cos 2x, sorry. Then plus 6s going to 12x, we are left with 2. Then sin 2x.